First step in installing the bracket for our CPU cooler is to remove the stock clips. They're each held on with 2 screws. Then you're going to want to screw one of the AMD bracket screws into each corner, and it's the end with the bigger threads that's going to go into the motherboard. Then we can set one of our AMD brackets at the top and at the bottom, and then we can put a thumb screw onto each corner. So it's good to see that our fans come pre-installed on the radiators. That's one less thing to do. So the only thing we're going to have to do before installing our I/O in the case is replace the Intel bracket for the AMD one. So we can remove the plastic protection, and we're just going to have to take care that we don't damage the pre-installed thermal paste. So our bracket's held on with 2 screws at each side. So then we're going to be able to slot our AMD bracket into place on top, and then we can secure it into place using the screws. You'll notice that the plastic protection won't go back on, so just take care not to damage the thermal paste. So once we set our I/O into place at the top of the case, access to the headers at the top is going to be limited. So I'm just going to pass the cable coming from our fans through to the back, and then it's this grey fan header that is our CPU fan header. So we'll bring the cable coming from the fans back through and plug it into place. And we've also got an ARGB header at the top of the motherboard here, so we'll bring the ARGB cable through as well and get it plugged in. Then we can set our I/O up into place at the top of the case, and we'll secure things into place at the top using 12 short radiator screws. Next we need to line our pump up with the bracket beneath, and then we just need to tighten up the 2 thumb screws. I'm just going to pass the cables coming from our pump through to the back, and if the logo on the pump isn't straight, don't worry, it is rotatable, and then we can peel the plastic protection from it. Not the easiest to show you, but our pump header is just here, so I'm going to bring the PWM cable coming from our pump back through and get it plugged into the header. There's a daisy chained ARGB connector coming from the cable we've already plugged into the motherboard from our fans, so we'll plug the ARGB cable from our pump into it.